report and recommendations with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additions, corrections, or scoring challenges?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Goodrich, any from the people?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Your Honor, Ms. Sayers comes before the court at 50 years old with 3 prior misdemeanor convictions, the last being 10 years ago. She fully acknowledges the gravity of the situation. She's very remorseful and she's very embarrassed that she comes before the court for her bad choices. As the court's aware, Ms. Sayers has had significant stretches of sobriety throughout her adult life. And she's committed to maintaining that sobriety and using the tools that she has to do so. She's also committed to re-engaging in treatment to address the trauma that she's experienced so that she can begin to put her life back in order again. She's been attending AA meetings again. She's looking forward to re-engaging with her therapist and doing some counseling. She's been doing some community service work with the Forest Township Hall with Dawn Fenstermaker, and she's got 60 hours in to date on that. She's also got a plan to take care of any fines and costs that the court assesses. We're asking the court to follow the party's sentencing agreement and the recommendation from the Department of Corrections because we believe it adequately punishes the conduct while allowing for a long term of probation oversight to ensure that the same conduct is not repeated. Ms. Sayers has proven that under supervision, she does very well. She demonstrated that with her perfect performance in sobriety court, having graduated with not a single violation. The bond violation in the incident offense was the only bond violation that she had. She had perfect performance since that slip up, and she took measures to ensure that nothing like that would happen again. We've discussed at length the consequences that she could face if she were to violate the terms of this probation. She understands that she'd be exposed to a possible prison sentence, and that would be, just absolutely devastating to her and her family, especially considering that she was previously employed with the Department of Corrections. For those reasons, Your Honor, we ask the court to follow the recommendation in the pre-sentence report as well as the sentencing agreement struck by the parties. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Sayers, you don't have to say anything today, but you're welcome to. Is there anything you want to tell me?
First of all, I just want to say that I am so sorry. I'm sickened and so embarrassed because of what I've done. I know that I messed up, and I just want to prove that I can do better. My kids, my grandkids deserve that, and I so deserve that. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Goodrich, any recommendations from the people?
Thank you, Your Honor. On December 27th of 2025, law enforcement had observed Ms. Sayers speeding at 88 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. The deputy had to use her lights and then had to use her siren to catch the defendant's attention. The defendant was honest about speeding and not having a driver's license, and was honest that she drank 3 beers and a shot prior to driving. The lab results were 0.162. She's 49 years old. She was 18 at the time of her first arrest. She has no prior felonies and 3 misdemeanors. She has not been to jail or prison, but on probation twice. She's currently unemployed with a high school diploma. Given her OWI history, specifically in 2001, she pled to an impaired and was given fines and costs. In 2003, she pled to an OWI and was given probation. And in 2016, she pled to an OWI second and was given probation. The PSI is recommending 18 months probation with 30 days jail, which is consistent with the plea agreement. This will be her first jail sentence, and there'll be more available if she violates probation. So I asked the court to follow the plea agreement. And then I just wanted to point out the restitution in number 21. It has the right amount and then has zeros after it. Just wanted that changed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Sayers, please stand for the court sentence. Well, these cases are tricky, because you've got this repeat pattern of drunk driving in your life, Ms. Sayers. I don't know what to say about that. In 2001, you had an impaired driving, got no jail, fines and costs. In 2003, you got a drunk driving, got probation. In 2015, you had your 3rd drunk driving, could have been a felony. You got a misdemeanor with sobriety court. So presumably very little or no jail. And now you get your fourth. The guidelines don't adequately take into account the pattern of drunk driving in your life. So it would not be unusual for me to even exceed these guidelines on a fourth drunk driving offense and look at giving you a year in jail or maybe even prison. The fact that it's been more than 10 years since your last drunk driving would counsel against a prison sentence. But what's striking to me here is now, this is the fourth time you've stood in front of a judge for drunk driving. And you're going 88 on M33 at 2 in the afternoon at twice the legal limit. Doing 88 miles an hour at M33 stone sober is way too fast. And you're twice drunk. Fourth conviction. And I don't know. I just don't know that I can go along with the fourth time you're in front of a court with that kind of risky behavior. That 4 drunk drivings means Larissa Sayers does a grand total of 1 month in jail. I can't do it. It would be my intended sentence to place you on probation for 18 months, subject to the terms and conditions listed in the pre-sentence report at pages 2 and 3. Those would include 60 days of community service. They would include support group meetings and substance abuse treatment and assessment. It would include $225 in an OWI reimbursement, $118 in state cost, $130 in a crime victims assessment, $350 in court costs, $500 fine, and $60 DNA testing fee. And it would be my intention to order that you serve 6 months in the Sheboygan County Jail with credit for 2 days served on the OWI third, which is a true fourth. 93 days jail on the DWLS with credit for 2 days. The probationary order would be on the felony only. And order that you can participate in the CBT or the trustee program if the jail determines you eligible, to shorten your sentence up that way. That would be within the advisory guidelines. I do believe there's reasonable grounds for that incarceration, given that this is your 4th drunk driving conviction and the high-risk behaviors to the safety of the public in this case. That does exceed the sentence agreement of 1 month. So that gives you an opportunity right now to have a conversation with Ms. Elliott. You have 2 options. 1, to accept the sentence, or 2, to withdraw the plea and schedule the case for trial. So I'll give you a minute to talk.